What's up guys, and welcome. Today I have something special for you guys. Another free-to-play unit that is extremely strong for guild boss and some other stuff that I will cover in the next video, but today I'm going over guild boss, and that is not Cuke. No, everyone knows about Cuke nowadays. I'm talking about Komodo. Komodo is super underrated. I don't know why no one is talking about him, but he is so strong for guild boss and especially single target enemies. And why is he so strong? Well, it's pretty simple. His ultimate makes him inflict bleed for 35 seconds straight, pretty much consistently 35 seconds straight bleed, right? And that's crazy strong. So what does bleed do? It does 1% max HP damage per second. So it's just like the poison from Cuke basically, but he can't stack it 3 times. But it is really consistently applied from Komodo, and on top of it, it can increase damage from someone like a ref by 10%, right? And that's good. So he not only, and from himself as well, so not only does the bleed deal a lot of damage, but improves overall your team's damage output. So it's extremely strong. And if you take a look at my build, you will see he has terrible stats. He has dog water stats. Look at it. Just take a look. And he will deal a lot of damage. He will deal a shit ton of damage. I personally, I just focused on rage regen because I want his ultimate up as much as possible, and some tankiness so he doesn't evaporate within a second from the kill boss. That's all I focused on. Rage regen and tankiness. If you're a bit later in the game, you can focus more on attack instead of HP, of course. But for me, I really just needed to get him to survive a bit more, and that's what all I focused on, and he is so good. Now, you can even take a look at the, let's go on the world leaderboard here. Let's go on the world leaderboard and take a look. So we see a lot of Salazar. That's cause he's the superior version of Komodo. If you have Salazar, use him. He applies bleed and deals a lot of damage, right? But you see Komodos. Like here, a Komodo, now he has Salazar, he probably uses Salazar, right? But let's see someone else who has a Komodo. Right here, number 17 has a Komodo, and he deals 10 million damage with the Komodo. So his Komodo deals a lot of damage, more than Abomination, more than Nocturne. Like, he's a lot of damage from Komodo himself. And he applies bleed to improve these guys' damage. You have to think about this. Someone in the top 100 world on the list is using Komodo. So why aren't you? Why aren't you using him? Huh? Because he has more tankiness than Cuke. Cuke has a problem that he just cannot tank too much, you know? Especially when you get down there. Cuke won't be able to survive. But I want to show you guys now how you should play it and how you want to build your team. So I want to make it accessible. I could use Azor here, but I don't want to be too much of a menace and just use all my legendaries. Cause, hey, let's just use Baron here. I just use him for the attack speed buff, right? I just use him for the attack speed buff, that's it. And honestly, Baron, I don't know. He's not that good. You probably have a better option than Baron anyways in the Nightmare faction to deal some more damage, right? Because he's a tank, you don't really want tanks. But I just want the attack speed improvement. Now, what else? We take our main DPS, I think that's fair. Everyone has at least one strong DPS. Then we take a rage booster. Don't worry, there's other alternatives than Leia, of course. She's just my unit that I use to boost my team up. Everyone has some boosters. There are even 3-star boosters, right? Crit rate booster, attack damage booster, and I think She also attack damage. Okay, does she give... Okay, they increase their attack damage as well. Okay, but there's some boosters, right? So just use a booster. I use Leia, of course, because I can. Then Lightlock as my healer. Then what else? Where is Cuke? We already have him in. And now we're pretty much good to go. I take a long range carry right here, cause I won't be able to heal everyone if I place my units differently. So this, and other than that, I think I'm pretty much good to go. Who else should we need? Who else should we take? Now we can just take anyone. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna use the last unit anyways. Alright. If I had a Vortex, it would be a lot easier. I could use Vortex instead of Leia and instead of Cetra and someone else. But I'll explain it after I put my units down. Okay, but from this angle right here, my only unit that can reach the dragon is Setram, and I want to place him here because my healers reach this tile as well, and they don't reach back here. If I had a Vortex, for example, I would just place Vortex as the healer and could use Mary, place her on a tile where she can reach, and instead of Setram. So that's just something that you can consider. Now in terms of damage, it really depends on how good your team is, right? At the first shield usually is quite weak, so usually you can just throw in all your ultimates once you got them. Second shield, you want to try to maybe use some ultimates and some not. Really depends on you, how strong your team is. And on the last shield, I usually use all my ultimates to break it. So now my Komodo is on cooldown. Use him right now. There we go. Use my rage booster. And you will see the insane amount of damage my free-to-play units deal. It's actually crazy. You will be quite surprised. Okay, Komodo is on cooldown, now he's back up. See this bleed all the time. When his ultimate is up, his bleed is consistently up. It's crazy. It's always up when his ult is up. Like, it's so consistent. Now our Cuke died, unfortunately. So we place Mary down. So if you have enough units to place down someone else, I mean, if you have enough good things to place someone instead of Cuke, that's good. So now Cuke is already back up. Let's slow it down real quick. I'll use my ultimate after I place Cuke here. There we go. Now no shield is gonna come back up, so we are just good to go. He deals a lot of damage, as you can see now. So I would recommend two healers. And now, yeah, he can apply a bit more bleed here, but not much. Let's see the damage graph, shall we? Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at the stats. You see my top damage dealers. Of course, my 6-star promotion 6 Comet is a menace. He is so good, he's carrying me everywhere. But look at this. Cuke, 1 million damage. Komodo, 1 million damage. They both out-damaged Setram and Wrath with complete Dogwater gear. With complete Dogwater gear. You can say, oh, Wrath and Setram, they have a lot of potential. They can gear up a lot more. Yeah, that's right. But Komodo and Cuke out-damaged them with even worse gear. They had complete dog water gear. It's crazy. Like you saw Komodo's gear, right? It's just crazy how useful these guys are. So I just wanted to show you guys that Komodo is a beast. If you haven't built him yet and you need someone who can apply bleed, build him immediately. I hope you learned something. Wouldn't mind if you subscribe for more. I'll make as much content as I can. I try to do at least 3 videos a week, even more if possible. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.